I want to talk to you about Adam Sandler. And when I first met him, I think did you know him before I knew him, or we met him
No,
at the
not
same
really.
time?
I think we met him at the same time.
Yeah, and he came on the show, and he had just been, I think, in the middle of his first season on Saturday Night Live, and he did a little bit of stand-up, and he was very effective. The audience seemed to love him, and I was sitting there looking at him, and I honestly had a very serious thought that perhaps there was something wrong with him.
Well, he takes a little getting used to.
And it turned out I was wrong.
You were wrong.
And whatever it is that he had then, he couldn't be a bigger star for it now. And by God, we were right there in the beginning. He was on the show many times. How many times was he on?
19.
26. Whoa, is that right?
That's a lot of times.
Yeah.
I don't know. And sometimes he would just do a song. Remember that time he came on and
Very musical. Yep.
and did a Warren Zevon song?
That's right.
Werewolves of London. I think he had done it on a tribute album to Warren, and of course we loved Warren Zevon on our show. And you know our friend Waddy Wachtel, the great guitarist who plays for Stevie Nicks and everybody else, Jackson Browne and stuff, had produced the original Werewolves of London
With Warren.
and did it again with Adam Sandler.
Well, now when I walked out there to thank them for doing that song and realized it was Waddy, my whole impression of the project changed immediately. I thought, if this guy is involved in this project, then it really means something.
He legitimized it. Not only that, but I called him knowing all this stuff, and Adam was going to do Werewolves. I called Waddy in Los Angeles. Adam's doing a show tomorrow. Could you get here by then? He says, no problem. He got on the red eye, and he was there, and he played that show that day. Yeah,
This is great
good.
for two reasons. One, Waddy Wachtel flies in on the red eye to do this, but the best part of this is Paul calls Waddy. I mean, there's your show business,
I got a
ladies
little
and
Rolodex.
gentlemen.
I got a Rolodex.
Yeah, all right. Well, here's Adam Sandler.
Now, let me ask you this. As a kid, were you trouble yourself actually in school? Was that a problem for you? Did you cause any problem for people?
I was a nice enough kid, you know, I guess. I don't know. I remember that I used to run away from school a lot when I was a little kid. First grade, my house was up the street, so I'd always go, you know, in the middle of the class, raise my hand, can I go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
And the teacher would go ahead, and then all of a sudden, whoo, I gotta go home and see mommy, you know. I didn't like being away. I used to, growing up, the worst part of my life when I was growing up was when kids would ask me to sleep over their house.
Yeah.
You know, hey, Adam, you want to sleep over? And it would be the afternoon. I'd be so excited. Yeah, man, I'll go to your house. It's going to be great. It's going to be the best. And then I'd get there, you know, and my house, like, went to sleep very late, you know. So I was on a weird schedule. I used to go to sleep late, and I'd be at their houses, these kids, you know, and then their whole family would fall asleep at 10 o'clock, you know. And I'd just be sitting there staring at the wall. Why did I do this? I miss Mama. So then I used to just like fake sleepwalking a lot.
Yeah.
I'd fake sleepwalking, go into their parents' room, you know, like shake their dad up. Mister, you know, please, Daddy, get up, get up. And the guy would say, you know, it's Mr. Boucher, I'm not your daddy. You know, and I'd say, well, now that you're up, want to have some coffee?
So how were you with girls when you were a kid? Popular with the girls when you were?
It turns out that I was going through, for the Big Daddy movie, we were going over our past, me and Hurley, the guy who writes these movies with me.
I'm sorry, what's the guy?
Tim Hurley.
Tim Hurley?
Saturday Night Live guy. And and we're going over our stuff, you know, from our youth, because it's a movie about growing up and stuff like that. And I see this yearbook picture, 7th grade yearbook picture of this girl, Patty Mulroy. And under her picture, it says, Adam plus Patty equals true love forever.
Well, that's good. That's cute.
And I just want to say to Patty, if she's watching right now, liar! But out of nowhere, you know, I saw this funny script, and I told somebody, man, it would be good to do this movie with Jack Nicholson. And then next thing I know, Jack read it and liked it, and I was like, you're kidding me. And anyways, they...
So did you go over to his house?
Well, I did, yes. I went to his house. He is, you know, he is Nicholson, so you're a little nervous. And I go to his house, and I'm sitting in his room. I'm in his house, and I'm like, not his room. Not yet. That's later in the story.
Invited?
No. I've never had the courage to go in there. No. But at one time I watched some TV. Yeah. But I was sitting in a chair like this, and Mr. Nicholson's like about 10 feet away from me in a chair facing me, and he keeps his house dark. so it's kind of dark in there, and I have.
Why is he like growing mushrooms? Why is it? Why is it dark in the house?
I think just to set the mood.
Oh, it's a mood. A mood.
I don't know. It's nice. It's not dark, not pitch black, but it's it's dark enough.
Dim.
Dim.
Yeah.
A word I hear in a lot of my reviews.
No. No, I don't think that's
It's all right.
No.
I live with it. All right, so there I am with Jack Nicholson. He's sitting about 8 feet away, say 10 feet, and he's facing me, and I don't have my glasses. I wear glasses, I can't see too well, but they're not on that day, Dave. So I'm looking at Nicholson, and he's talking to me, and we were talking about 12 hours in a row about the script. And the first 4 hours, I was like, I think that's Jack Nicholson. I thought they were like testing me out to see if, let's put the fake one in, see if this kid can hang. And so I was like trying to be cool the whole time. And then, he like 4 hours in, he says, I'm gonna go to the bathroom now, and if you touch my Oscars, I'll kill you. And so I was like, that's Mr. Nicholson. There he goes.
Well, that's pretty good. Is he going to be in the movie then?
Yes. I'm in the movie with him. They say, Dave, you got to work with people who are better than you in order to get better at your craft. And I noticed since I'm shooting the movie with him, he is getting much better.
Well, it's nice of you to help him out like that.
I wanted to help him. He seemed like a gentleman.
Were you on Saturday Night Live a couple of weeks ago?
Yes.
Just last week is what it was?
Yeah, Saturday, first time back in a long time.
How long were you a part of that show?
I was only on it for 3.5 years, but it was an incredible experience. I had the best time doing it, and it was great. It was unbelievable to be back. I saw the old gang, the old camera guys, the old Jim Downey, great man, a writer there, and the new cast, all real nice people, and had a nice time.
And when you left that show, were you nervous about leaving behind that wonderful experience, and you're thinking, geez, I could just go out and be sucked into the abyss and never heard of again?
Yes, of course. I left. I didn't even say there's no one really knows if I was fired or if I quit.
Really?
Yeah. I have no idea. I like to think that I was quitting, but I remember I would be, because I was there 3.5 years. I did stuff. I would say to people, my buddies, I was like, I don't want everyone to get sick of me. I'm starting to repeat myself. There's only so many times I can go like that. And so I was like, maybe I should leave. And then I would talk to my manager, and I would tell him, maybe I should go. He was like, yeah, it's a good time. and like he knew something I didn't know. I was like, but I feel guilty. I don't want to, they've been so nice to me. I don't want to. I would leave. Now it's your time. And so I was like, nah, I think I should stay. And then Farley came in the office and was like, my God, we're getting fired. I was like,
well, that's awful.
Yeah. All right, this song's about my partner. Born in 1935 in Brooklyn, New York, the son of Anna and Phil. At 19 years old, he married my mother, Judy, and immediately paid his first Bloomingdale's bill. Right away, they started on a family. 3 smart kids popped out of mom's tummy. But then one steamy night, Dad forgot to wear his raincoat. 9 months later, out came the dummy. Dad was 6'2" and 250 pounds, and as sweet as he was strong, he was also known to be pretty well endowed. But believe me, he didn't pass that one along. I did get Grandma's ass, though. Oh, Stan the man was my hero, with a golf swing that made men cry. He'd take their money and put it in his top drawer, then I'd steal it so I could get high. But he beat that habit out of me. Oh, Dad, thanks for letting me stay up late to watch Johnny Carson. Thanks for swimming with me at Livingston Park. Thanks for telling me to always punch a kid in the face if he made an anti-Semitic remark. And say hi to both my grandmas and my grandpas, And tell my dog Meatball I miss him so. But most important, Dad, take advantage of being in heaven. Go bang Marilyn Monroe. Mom said, it's cool, just wear a raincoat. Oh, Stan the Man was my hero. He still is and always will be. 'Cause he didn't give too much a crap about nothing except loving his family. Oh, Sam, the man is gone, but we'll always live on.
Now, when you got married and you had the honeymoon, did you come back? Did you move into a new home? Or are you going to build a new home, or what's the status
We just
there?
bought this house. It's big.
Big house.
Big house. Like, it's too big. Yeah, it's like 400,000 square feet or something.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Most airports aren't that large.
I know. We got an indoor lake and ski slope in the house. But no, it's just too big. I don't know. There's only me and the wife right now, so it makes no sense. There's so many rooms. We got the you know, like everyone else, you know, bedroom and living room and stuff, family room. I mean, you start running out of why you have these rooms. I got like that's the room I eat grapes in, and that's the comb my hair room. That's where I put my keys room. But it's pretty funny. And no matter what room I'm in, my wife's always in the same room now. What are we doing today? I don't know. I'll be in the banana room.
Let me ask you where you shot the film, because it looks like you're actually in a prison, but
Yes.
you couldn't really be in a prison because prison would be full of prisoners.
Well, yeah. No, this was a real
An actual prison.
I've never been to prison. I wanted to, as an actor, I wanted to spend time in the joint just so I could bring it to my part. So I went out and I killed a drifter.
What?
I killed a drifter.
You killed a drifter. Wow.
But because I am a celebrity, a $50 fine is all they charge.
That's all it is?
I think I had to meet the judge's daughter and her friends or something like
But you
that.
didn't actually have to do time then, did you?
No.
And what was it like when you were in the actual facility? It must have been a little creepy, huh?
Very scary. This really is true. It was a prison in New Mexico, and there was a massacre there, and a lot of people got killed, and they were like, it was haunted. So there were ghosts and stuff. Everyone was talking about ghosts, and I was in the cell a lot, and actually one particular ghost made me his girlfriend.
You have the worst luck.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
No, at least he said he was a ghost.
Uh-huh.
But he made ghost sounds on occasion. I'd hear him go, oh.
That's good.
Yeah, no, he's a very nice guy.
How's your wife? You've been married a couple of years now?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. The football uniform thing she liked. She would
What do you
visit the
mean?
set. The wife liked the way I looked in the football uniform. She was shy about it in the beginning. I would come home from work and she'd say, why next time you come home, keep the pants on. Those pants look good on you. And I was like, all right. And then so I came home with the pants and we did what we did. And then the next night she's like, the shoulder pads, why don't you come home with the shoulder pads on? So I did that, and we did that, and then the next night she's like, "Why don't you come home with Tom Brady?" And so I said, "You want a threesome?" She said, "I want a me-some." Me want some of Tom Brady.
I see. You have the worst luck.
Can you believe that?
No, I can't.
To me, she said it.
No, I can't believe
It's an
it.
open relationship. Yeah, so we went to Mexico. My wife's best friend got married, and she was the maid of honor, or matron of honor, right? So we go to Mexico. This is a true story. I figured I'd tell you. We get there, and we're in the room in Mexico, and there's a bat. There's a bat in the room, just flying crazily around the room.
I don't like that.
No.
That's not good.
Absolutely. So I was nervous, and my wife jumped under the covers and was going, get the bat, and I didn't know what to do, and I really was terrified, so I called the front desk. I go, hey, there's a bat in the room. Can you help us out? Yes, we'll be right there, sir. And then it's like 10 minutes go by.
Help us out.
Please help. So I'm just kind of like yelling at the bat, and I don't even know what to do. 10 minutes go by, no help, and I call again. I go, I'm totally serious. There's a bat in my room. Help me out. And my wife's hiding and screaming at me. And 10 more minutes goes by, and I'm like, just try to squirt the thing with your breast milk or something, you know.
Oh!
But no, she didn't do that. I'm sorry. No, she didn't do that, everybody.
That was your idea.
Yeah,
You said to your wife, why don't you, I see, yeah.
I already peed earlier.
Oh!
So I'm just, I know, we'll cut that out.
Yeah, it just gets better.
I'm sorry, man. But anyways, I eventually...
Now, do you think that would have worked, either of those?
Well, it would have distracted, or the bat would have been drinking, and then I would have grabbed it and...
Oh, my.
Anyways, about a half hour goes by, and the bat's
It's going to be a long, difficult life for this little girl.
The bat is going nuts in the room, and the man didn't show up yet. And finally, there's a knock on the door, and I say, it's about a half hour. And I said, the bat is right there, sir, can you get him? And he goes, yeah. And he walks over, it's by the chandelier, going nuts, flapping around, and he just grabbed it with his hands, like this, and that was it. And then I said, hey, good job, man. And he goes, do you want to see it? And I said, no, I really don't. I don't want to see it. And he goes, please, take a look, because it is not a bat, it is a black butterfly.
Oh. And then how did you feel?
I felt like a little baby, so I jumped on my wife's breast.
All right, easy. Something I didn't know about you. I always thought that you were from New Hampshire. For some reason, I always thought you were from New Hampshire. But I
grew
read
up
this
in New
afternoon
Yeah.
that, in fact, you were born in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, yeah, I lived there till I was
I had no idea.
I moved to New Hampshire when I was 5 years old, but I just shot a movie. I shot Chuck and Larry in Brooklyn, and it was awesome. You know, I mean, my family is all Brooklyn, so I would go there and visit them all the time growing up. So I just loved Brooklyn my whole life, and when we shot the movie there, I called my mother up and asked her where I lived, and she gave me the address, and I went by the place where I lived when I was a kid, and I knocked on the door. It was in a pretty cool neighborhood, a little tough, but I knocked on the door, and I said, hey, I used to live, they let me up to the apartment. I knocked on their door. They let me in there. There was a family. I said, I used to live here with my family. You mind if I come in? And they let me in. And then I said, I want to check out my old bedroom. So I went to my old bedroom. I walked down the hall, and at the end, the last room was mine. And there was a kid in there, a cute little kid. He had curly hair too, like I did when I was a kid, and his name was Adam. So it was really weird. His name, yeah, it was very nice. So I see this, and he's a little goofy, the kid, and so I leave, and I turn around, I look at him, and I said, hey, just so you know, if the kids in school ever make fun of you, you know, for being goofy or you know, not being great at sports, or you know, they say you're a loser or that kind of thing, you know. I got that, you know, and I lived in this room and everything turned out okay. And he says, the kid says, no, I do very well in sports, and I have a girlfriend already. I said, yeah, do you make $25 million a movie?
Good.
He's cocky. The kid got cocky.
No, you don't need that. You don't need that. We want to show folks a clip of the film. Tell us what it's going to be.
This is the
I hope Jessica Biel is in this.
Oh, man, I don't think she's in this one, but if you want, I'll do this for you right now if it makes you feel
No, don't.
I'm sorry, that was awful.
Oh.
That actually hurt my business.
Yeah, I think I may be having a relapse.
I apologize to everybody for that. That was a moment I wish I could take back.
No, it was fine.
I got a nice little girl at home. She's a month old. Her name is Sunny. Sunny.
What a
Nice,
lovely
sweet,
name.
Cute
Sunny.
name. Yeah, she's a good girl.
Well, and how did you pick Sunny?
I don't even know. It's just a cute name. Me and my wife liked it. You know, there's an S in there from my dad, Stanley. We wanted to name her after Pops. And but my mother didn't like the name Sunny. That's a nickname. Oh. She kept saying, that's not a name, that's a nickname. You gotta give your child a real proper name. If you want to call it Sonny, fine. But a real name. So on the birth certificate, we put down Sunday Night Football.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, that's good.
You got to take care of Mama.
And the older sister now, how is she adjusting? Because everything for 2 years and so has been going her way, and now all of a sudden, whoa.
It was shocking. It feels like you cheated on your first kid.
Yeah.
You know, when you have the... She acts kind of like that, like she'll come up to me. What'd you do last night? Just hung out. Who were you with? You know, I was with, you know, that little thing in the house there. Yeah. Did she, was she cool? But yeah, no, I do. I have girls, I have a wife, I have a female dog. I have it all happening.
Wow.
I said to myself when I was a youth, I want to go to Hollywood, become a huge star, live in a mansion with nothing but chicks, and it all came true.
Good for you. Excellent.
I play kind of a jerk in the movie. Judd made me. I'm a movie star in the movie. I have bad behavior. I'm a little self-centered, and in real life I try not to be like. I'm a pretty good guy. I think I mean, I make a lot of money, but I try to, you know, like not be a nut about it. I have in all my movies, the contracts I make, I just make sure that my trailer is never bigger than the one my sister lives in. I guarantee that.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful story.
I let crew members, you know, make eye contact with me. And not only do I let them, I enforce it. I make sure they only look at me. They're not allowed to look at anyone else. Sure. If I see them look away, I go, what was that about? Yeah, I know Drew Barrymore walked in the room. If you want to see her, look in the reflection of my eyes.
You're just nuts, aren't you? And in the movie that everybody is talking about, you have a love scene with Judd Apatow's wife.
Yes.
And was that in there as kind of a joke on you, a joke on her, a joke on him? I mean, what was that all about, and what was it like?
It was fun. It was nice.
By the way, she's very nice.
She's here tonight.
Here tonight.
Yeah. She's with Judd.
Oh.
See, right there. That's not good marriage work for
living
you.
a little vicariously. Yeah. But
she was great. We you know, we know each other a long time, and Apatow felt no threat. He's seen me naked. It doesn't bother him. He was like, yeah, go ahead, penetrate. I don't care.
What a program we have for you here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, tonight on the show celebrates.
Hello, Dave.
Yes. Hello. What? Adam? Paul?
Yeah. It's me. It's Adam.
Oh. Hi, Adam.
Hi. How are you? I don't want to interrupt you, but you got to wrap it up.
Hi.
Let's move
I'm sorry.
it along.
What's the problem?
I'm waiting backstage here. Then that long thing you just did was terrible. And you're sucking the air out of the room, so I want to get out there.
Sucking the air out of it.
Yeah, you're hurting. I'll go over to Fallon if you want.
No.
It's up to you, but I got to get out there.
No, they don't have air conditioning over there.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right. I didn't know that.
Thanks. Wow.
Okay. You got to.
All right. Well,
honestly, don't be such a Sally.
Okay.
Let's go.
Don't be such a Sally. Good advice for all of us, I think. Am I right about this, that your mother lives in Florida, and you go see her in Florida sometimes?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Of course.
Well, that must be a great thrill for her to have her successful movie star son come down.
She likes that. Yeah. She, my mother, my wife's mother lives down there, so we go down there, and it's all about showing me to her friends.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not, I always go, Mom, I'm looking forward to sitting with you and hanging out. And she's like, yes, you have to meet Yetta.
Well, they of course they all know what you do, right?
No, my mother still thinks I'm a doctor. I never really told her. So
Wow.
Thank you. Every Thanksgiving, you know, her friends will come over. I'll give them pelvic exams, and I'll tell it.
What is wrong with you? Now,
No, but it's just
What
to
is
create
wrong
the
with you?
illusion.
Seriously.
That's for my mother. I don't want to do that.
but your wife, of course, is proud of you, right?
I think so. Yeah, she likes most of my stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, my wife.
Does she still think you're Ben Stiller?
Thank you, buddy. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
She does.
That's what I thought.
You know, that's a lie that I never. I started that lie the first night I met her. I was like, "How you doing? I'm Ben," and then I didn't know how to get out of it. So that's all right.
So she still thinks you're Ben. All right, that's fine.
My two daughters are little and they fall asleep in the bed with me and my wife a lot. And so they're always there, and they're the best, and I love them more than anything. They snuggle with you and all that stuff. But, you know, I am a grown man. I do like to have sex. And so I mean...
Well, this is the place to call attention to that, right here. He's a grown man. He likes to have sex.
No, I mean... All right. So anyways, I'm lying in bed with the wife, and the two kids are sleeping next to us. The wife, I call it. And so we're laying there, and we're both up, and the two kids are sleeping. I was like, hey, you know, let's pull this. Can we do this here? And she's like, no, you don't do that with the kids in the bed. I was like, I don't move that much. I'm not going to wake them, you know. But I didn't, you know, I'm not a flexible guy. So anyway, she says, no, we're not doing that. You could get arrested or whatever. So I say, all right.
God.
So anyway, so I say, can we go down the hall? They're not using their bed.
Right.
So...
Why not? Now that makes perfect sense.
Thank you, David. I knew you'd back me up. So anyways, we get into my littlest kid's bed and flip the lights off, and I went at it pretty good, and I did some serious damage in there. And after the fact, I said, wasn't that great? Wasn't that worth it? And she goes, what, watching you bang Elmo? Because it wasn't her.
Oh.
But I told my wife I really did think it was you, and I did a great job. And then I finished the deal because it was the first time I ever heard you say la 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 la. All right, that's enough of that, huh?
And you have two little girls. One is 6 years old. One
Yes.
is
1, 3 and a half.
How's that going? Those are great ages, by the way.
The
6
best.
and 3. Yeah.
So cute. I love them both. These kids, somehow Sadie, the older one, likes to get dressed all the time. That's all she ever does is get dressed. It's like, we're doing well, life's going well. It's like, I need to change my clothes. And we're all like, you just had that on for a half hour. There's no reason to change.
You don't need to change, sure.
But anyways, their big deal is trying to get, I let them dress me in the morning. So,
well, that answers a lot of questions. That's exactly what
yeah. You know what I mean? I agree, by the way. But anyways, I let them have fun. I really don't care how bad I look or good I look or whatever. So anyways, with the two kids, you got to even off everything. So I'm like, you pick my shirt, Sadie.
Right.
Sonny, you get the pants. You know, Sadie, now it's socks. And Sonny, you pick the sneakers. And you got to even it off. And whatever outfit they're picking out, if there's one left that they didn't, like if there's a Sadie gets to do one and then we ended on that, I got to always come up with a new thing for Sonny to do. Like, all right, Sonny, you get to pick the condom I bang your mother in tonight. That's a 3-year-old. She gets it. She gets it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know I didn't want to say that. There simply is no better man than our hero, David Letterman. I can't thank you enough for all you've done. And I'm sure I ain't the only one, 'cause you paved the way for every late night show. Both Jimmy should get on their knees and blow. You kisses, you kisses. No more interviewing Heidi Klum or Cheryl Tiegs. Now you're just the oldest dad at Little League. And when you say goodbye and take your final drive in your Ferrari full of stolen office supplies, and we watch you go with eyes full of tears, I hope the cops pull you over and drag you back here for 30 more years. 'Cause you're the king of comedy.
best friend on TV. And I'll miss you. Yeah, buddy, I'll miss you. The whole world's gonna miss you. David Letterman.
Oh, my. That was beautiful. Adam Sandler, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. God bless you and your family, my friend. Adam Sandler, everybody. Look at, there you go.